Hello everyone, good afternoon, buenas tardes, hola. Welcome into my little daily pop-ins. So I thought, well, I'll come on today because it's Saturday, because Sunday I like to take as a day off, but this is the power of being in the flow, as I never quite know what's going to happen. I tend to be quite spontaneous and say anything that's structured or planned tends to just fly out the window, and the opposite happens. So whenever I say I'm going to be online doing these live streams every 2 days, here I am another day in a row. Hi Fiona, hello. Hi Aneke, hi Riverlark. So the power of being in the flow and the big lessons I've learnt about allowing and surrendering and of letting go of trying to control are immense. They're so powerful, but yet so difficult at the same time. I was brought up in like a military environment. Well, my father was in the Royal Navy, so I was brought up in a very sort of structured, logical, everything has a time and a place and it has to be done in a certain way. Hi Isabel and Eva. Everything has to be done in a certain way, and it was all very regulated and logical, and yeah, that's how I was brought up. And it didn't really sit very well with me. But the thing is that these patterns and the way that we've been brought up and the mindsets and beliefs that are ingrained in us as a child, we take into our adult life. So I can be a bit of a control freak. I like things done a certain way. I can be really spot on. I can be bop, 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 bop. But it has to be within the flow. And this is what I've learned. It's the letting go of control. We think that we have control. Hi Pamela, hi Faye. We think we have control over our lives, but we don't. And when we feel that the universe or the life is pushing against us, when everything, the saying, oh, the whole world is conspiring against me because I didn't get that job, or I was late at the supermarket and missed my favorite food, or this, that, or the other. No. We have to change our mindsets around that and allow the flow to take you forward. Because when we let go and when we surrender, this is when the magic happens. Like I said, I used to be a complete control freak. Now, not so much. But I know when it surfaces and I see it in myself and I laugh and I let go. It's all about loving these aspects of ourselves that we have grown into through our conditioning and through our childhood, but also having the courage and the insight and the awareness to change it because we know it no longer serves us. Hey Laura, hey Elizabeth. When it was probably only about 5 years ago that I really connected with following the flow. And it was when I was really trying to build my page, and I was trying and doing and this and that and the other, and oh my goodness. And I was exhausted. I was absolutely exhausted from it. I was getting a bit fed up and nothing seemed to be happening. Nothing seemed to be working. And I spoke to my beautiful friend, Jo Beth Young of Wildness Rising, who is an amazing mentor and coach and healer herself. And she said, well, just stop. Just stop. Just give up. Just give up. Just say to the universe, I give up. You take over from now on. I'm tired of trying to make things work. And I was like, I can't do that. How can I give up and stop? Nothing. The whole world will stop. And that is the mindset that so many of us find ourselves in. But I did. And I remember the first day that I thought, right, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to go to work. I'm not going to try. I'm just going to sit on the sofa, maybe go for a walk later. I'm going to breathe. I'm going to treat myself. I'm going to nurture myself. And by the end of the day, a door had opened, a call had come through, and wham, bam, the flow began. And it was because I had stopped trying. I had stopped trying to control. I had stopped trying to manipulate the outcomes as to how I thought they should be, when in reality, the universe knew best. Go figure. So since then, it has been an incredible journey of allowing, trusting, surrendering, being aware of my control, and that side of me wants to come on in and to make and to do. Because the more that we move into our hearts, the more we are guided through the flow of life anyway. Our heads haven't got a clue. They think they have. That's the ego and our minds and our conditioning telling us what we think we should be doing. When actually, if we're really wanting to move into a state of being where we can live in fifth dimensional peace, ease, grace and love, we have to let go of this aspect of control. There's always going to be a place for structure and planning, absolutely. But it's when we step back and we allow the universe to bring us what we need that the magic really happens. Now, here's a little story, just sharing a little bit of the magic of the flow of life and of feeling that the world is against you and everything's going wrong and oh my God, what the F are we doing? When Scott and I moved to Spain, we had a really bumpy ride the first year we were here because we were renting. And renting up in these mountains, long-term rents, they're not that easy to come by. And we knew what we wanted. We also had a budget and blah-de-blah-de-blah-de-blah. Now, we thought we'd found a really wonderful, really amazing home that we were so excited to move into, and we trusted the flow to go into it. And wham bam, within 2 weeks of moving in, the house had been sold. Now, we knew the house was up for sale, but it had been up for sale for years, so it really wasn't an issue. We hadn't even considered that it would actually sell. And within 2 weeks it was sold, and we were going to have to find somewhere else to live. And it was like everything was against us. It was a really, really difficult time. And the more that we tried and looked and did this and that and the other, the more of a fandangle we got ourselves in. And the long story short is that the owner that had bought the house rented us the little casita that was on the land. And then that gave us the space. And because it was like really not a great place to live with us and our beautiful rescue greyhound, because there was wild feral cats and it was just absolute hell for him and for us, it pushed us into looking for somewhere to buy. And we were not in a position to buy. We had no way of buying. But because we'd found ourselves in a really awful position where we thought everything was going wrong, it actually pushed us in the right direction. So again, cutting the corners of the story, is that we ended up coming to look at where we live now, and we had no way of buying it, but we came to look at it all the same. We just felt a real pull to come and have a look at it. And as soon as we got onto the land, we fell in love with it. It was like, oh my God, this is amazing. This is beautiful, but how the F can we buy it? What on earth are we going to do? And we just fell in love with it, but we were trying to be sensible and just go, well, it's just one of those things. We know it's here. We'll just have to trust. And literally, now I can't see because I'm walking into the sun. I'm just going up to some shade up here. And literally, as we were driving away from this is our little dream home, tiny little dream home, but it is magical up in the mountains. As we were driving away from that first viewing, we got the phone call to say that the property that we were needing to sell had sold. And everything literally fell into place. So, not only was the flow teaching us to trust, to have patience, to be in our hearts, it actually brought us all our dreams come true. And it was because we followed our intuition, we followed the flow, and we allowed the shit to happen and to and to unfold around us in our everyday life. And it all came good. So this is the magic of following the flow. That's just one little story of the power of how it is to be in your heart and to trust. Because the universe does know best. It really does. We think we do, but we don't. And when we give up trying to control everything and to figure out the outcomes or to have the outcomes appear as we think they should appear, when we give all of that up, there is space for the universe to create its magic. And this is how I live my life now, completely and utterly in the flow. Yes, there's a little bit of structure there, but I'm not bound by it. I'm not limiting myself. I am open to whatever comes along. I have beautiful visions, about what I would like to happen, but I no longer try and figure out how it's going to happen or what am I going to do to make it happen. I feel it here. I feel it in my heart. And it's actually so liberating and peaceful. It is incredibly liberating to let go of trying to control everything. And once you get over that hurdle, life can change. There's peace, there's gratitude, there's joy, there's acceptance, there's excitement, because you never know what's going to happen. But you know deep down that everything is all in divine order and everything is exactly as it's meant to be. There's always going to be hiccups, so don't think it's always just going to be a beautiful fluffy ride, because it isn't. But the flow will always take you where you need to be for your highest good, for your enjoyment, and all of that wonderful shebang. So, I would like to share some light language, just to bring us into the moment, to maybe help any of you release and let go, and just be with me in this moment with the light language. The flow has also really what brought through the Healing Portal, and the Healing Portal is a 3-day event, and I'm running the second one from the 10th of October, and it was flow that created that to happen. I was talking to people and they were saying, what is it that you want to do? I said, I want to hold big online events so many people can come and join in and immerse in the Star Being's energy, feel the healing, shift their lives, transform, wake up, release all the shit that they're carrying. And I thought, well, why aren't I doing it? It was like the universe was prodding me to do it. So I ran the first one at the end of July, and it was just amazing. It was so awesome. We had over 40 people come into the Healing Portal and share in the channelings, the postings, the live streams, and just really connect with each other as well. And I have had quite a lot of people asking me when I'm going to be running the next one. So I followed the flow, and I have set the dates to start on October the 10th. So that's by the by. If you are enjoying these little live streams and the light languages, it's just a tiny little taster of what happens in the Healing Portals. Hi Sophie, I have got my glasses here, but what I want to do is go straight into the healing, straight into the light language. So if you're watching and you'd like to join me, just take a moment to close your eyes. Slow your breath down and just bring your focus and awareness into your heart. Just drop into the stillness of being. Let go of anything that's in your mind that has to be done. Let it go. Everything will be completed in divine order and divine time. And this moment is for you and for your heart. This moment is for peace, for presence, and for being. Let go of the madness of the outside world. Let go of doing and move into the trust that is in your heart. The more space and stillness we create around us and within our everyday life, the more magic can come in, the more the flow can weave its magic and show us the way forward. But while we're cramming everything together and milling it all around in our heads and our minds, there's no space for the magic. And we are here in this life to experience magic. So I'm just going to be still for a few moments. Join me. Close your eyes. Deepen your breath. and allow yourself to land. Allow the presence of the star beings, their vibration, any sensations around you, a shift in energy, a change in your state of being. This is their presence. And even though I'm not going into full trance to embody their vibration, they are here. They are here with us. Allow yourself to be. And when the light language comes through, listen with your heart. Open your heart to receive and feel what is here for you. Wena kapeo na pakate makaneo pakadeo makadeo pakadeo makadeo pakadeo pata yo para que could be pakada mare para que pikada makadeo pata pakada mare yo prakata pakada pikada panare para kapata mana yo mana gero yo pada kapata ya mare kata pakada pikada yo pakada pakada yo rap pakada makada yo pakada pikada yo para to mana he pakata pakata maya mana yo pakada pada yo para que pana kata pakata yo rap pakada yo mara gero pakada pikada yo pakada no, maganda he pakata yo pakata maganda yo pakata ne maya kakmaya yo pakada yo pakada pana maya para pakada yo mana kada pero pada to para he para no yo pa yo pakada yo pa yo pakada para pakada yo pakada me yo pakada pakada pa te mano he mahai ga mahai yo ku pakada mahai mara kamane yo pakada mene yo para que maganda yo pakada makada para mara kada makada pakada makada yo pakada pata ye ma hoy ma katama ya dan pane yo pakada pakada pata no para he mara kada mene yo pakada pana pakada to pakete he maha yo kama yo makere yo pakere yo pakere pakara para paket ba to mane he para ka mane ke para ke ma ke pakata ta mara ka na ma yo pakete pero ka pakete pe ya mara yo pakere pakete yo pakere yo pakata no para he pakata makere yo pakata pakata para ne barakata pakete yo pakere pata allowing the energy to move through you. Allowing all to be felt and all to be. And just deepen your breath to start bringing yourself back into your physical body. And grounding through Mother Earth. Really holding your presence here in this beautiful world. Taking a deep breath in, sighing it out, opening your eyes. And as you open your eyes, just be aware of how things might look differently. Seeing through the lens of love, seeing from your heart rather than from your mind. And just allow this love to radiate out from you. Just to be in your heart rather than in your head. And allow your heart to feel the flow of life, to feel it guiding you and taking you forward into the magic of the unknown. So I'm just going to see if I can grab my glasses. Laura, thank you. Bonnie, hello my lovely. Angela, Star, Sophie, Sally, Melissa, Leslie, my goodness. Jenny, Diane, oh this is so lovely. Thank you so much for joining. Ian McFadgen, House of Gaia in Peebles in Scotland is the most beautiful shop you could ever imagine, and there's a healing room there now I believe as well. So definitely worth a visit. And Elizabeth, hello. Corrine, hello. And Maureen, Faye, Pamela, Jenny. Oh, wonderful. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much for being with me. And maybe I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see where Sunday's flow takes me. Sunday is usually donuts and coffee along the road, but they're closed for holidays, so I don't know what's going to happen now. Oh, have an amazing day, everyone, and see you all again very soon. Lots of love. And if you want to join the Healing Portal, please do reach out. I will put the link in the comments here. I'd love to share the magic with you. Bye for now. Bye-bye.